Hey, Narwhals. I'm your host, Luke Narwhal. Welcome back to another weight loss video on this Thursday. Hopefully you're doing well so far this month. If not, hang in there. It'll get better. Keep on going. Don't give up. All right, let's dive right in. I'm so sick of everyone telling me I'm doing it wrong. I swear to God, every time I mention I'm trying to lose weight, the person I'm talking to just has to give me their advice, regardless whether I've asked, which I never do. Or they do this fun thing where they ask me what I've changed to lose weight, and then criticize whatever I've said. For example, the other day someone asked, "What are you doing to lose weight?" I said, verbatim, "Eating less and exercising more." Their first response, "That's not healthy." What the frig else am I supposed to do? Criticism of what I eat, when I eat, how I exercise, when I exercise, and everything I'm doing wrong in this weight loss process is the only response I get, and I'm so tired of it. Here's some good advice. Stop talking to anyone about it. Show, don't tell. Wait for them to ask, "How did you lose weight?" Not, "What are you doing to lose weight?" There's an important psychological effect going on here too. When we talk openly about our goals before achieving them, we get a little dopamine hit in our brain. That dopamine hit makes us feel like we've accomplished the goal long before we actually have. It can stall your progress. Just do the work. Eating less can sound problematic for people who have no interest in nuance, or don't know you well enough to know that your starting point is such that eating less is appropriate. I say, oh, you know, all the boring stuff we know already. Veggies, exercise, hydration, all that crap. The more boring it sounds, the less follow-up I get. Yep, if anyone asks how I lost weight, I just say the boring way, counting calories. Depending on how they react, I might add something like, "It's tedious, but it works," with a shrug, like I'm somehow apologizing for the fact that I don't have a miracle cure. Works really well, except I got so used to saying it that way that I accidentally said it to my doctor too. Everyone is an expert on weight loss, it seems. Even at times I was not actually losing weight, people felt the need to tell me their weight loss tricks uninvited. I swear, they were the craziest of things too, like that onion soup diet and other crap like that. Honestly, this is why I stopped having conversations about my body with anyone but my close friends. Everyone thinks they're an expert. My husband and I are both trying to get into better shape, and he often feels the need to give me advice that is relevant to him and his body and situation, and not mine. In addition to him, I've got several opinionated friends. I just learned to smile and nod and continue doing what works for me. That's why there are only a few people in my real life who know I'm trying to lose weight right now, and all of them can be trusted to listen and be supportive, and not give unwanted advice. Because everyone's got an opinion on this, and I find that very rarely is the opinion, "I think you're doing a great job, and exactly what I would do in your shoes." I get it. It is also annoying to have spoilers. My mom will tell me I'm a different size than I am. "You're not a 6, and criticize my figure, whilst also pushing desserts and chips in large portions in front of me. My sister-in-law will joke about how guys aren't attracted to me, which is not true, and then criticize me when I try to measure my food or use a food scale to make sure I fit her approximation of beauty. It's not okay. Don't listen to the haters. They suck. I'd second what everyone else here is saying about not directly talking about weight loss, but one thing that's helpful is to focus on how you're feeling. I'm feeling so much better. I feel a lot more energetic. I wasn't feeling great, so I decided to make some lifestyle changes. It's much harder for people to argue with you about your own feelings. Also, it's easier to say that you're following a balanced diet and getting some exercise, etc. on the context of general health. Weight management is part of that, but you don't have to go into details. I resonate with this topic a lot. I've lost a good amount of weight and got into great shape in the past, and when I did, everyone wanted to know what I did. Keto and 4 days a week in the gym. OMG, but keto isn't healthy. Did you know what you're doing? That's dangerous. I know the risks. I know my body. I know how to balance my diet, and I already hit my goal. What are you trying to tell me? To go back and undo my weight loss? People will do this with anything. They will tell you how to get a job, how to get married, how to be a parent, how to lose weight, how to read books, how to cook boiled eggs. Lots and lots of people will die on some odd hills. Just a whole lot of insecurity out there about how people value themselves and thus anyone else. It's none of their business that you are trying to lose weight, never mind how. So just don't bring it up with them. If you want people to talk to about it who do understand, then check out some support groups or get a friend or buddy up with you. If you find that everyone responds poorly to you bringing something up, the best thing is to not bring it up. You can't control them. You can only control your own response. If you don't want to respond, then you can control for never having to by not bringing it up. Exactly what I'm dealing with right now. Eating every 2 hours works for the free advice uncle, and intermittent fasting works for me. But no, free advice uncle went on and on about how I'm doing it wrong, how it will on the contrary make me gain weight. Hashtag no one asked. I like to do this thing when someone assumes I'm trying to lose weight, where I go, why did you think I'm trying to lose weight? I'm not, just choosing a healthy lifestyle. I saw exactly what bamboozled looks like. People will always have their thoughts after hearing something or reading an article. I learned the hard way not to mention my health journey to just anyone. Mentioning it will always be the topic when I would interact with them. From that point on, I never mention it to anyone unless they were on a similar health journey. Remember this, my friend, you are awesome. You are on a journey that a lot of folks can't relate to. Keep up the great work you are doing. You rock. Yes, I have successfully lost 20 pounds, 10 pounds in just the last few months, and then the first 10 was going between on and off. But the last few months, I've gone consistently down and gotten consistently healthier. I also enjoy drinking soda. Weirdly enough, exercising and eating better means I'm still losing weight, even though I do enjoy drinking soda sometimes. First thing from anyone, if you weren't drinking soda, you would lose more weight. You can't lose weight if you're drinking soda. Obviously, I can because I am, and I wasn't losing weight when I wasn't drinking soda, actually because that's my caffeine. Not that caffeine is technically necessary, but I like soda and it has caffeine, which is helping me. And also, who the frig cares? Haters gonna hate. What can you do? I'm not trying to lose weight, but I do have physical goals. I find I achieve them with much less stress when I keep it to myself, for the very reason you mentioned. I'm trying to improve my average mile per hour on the bike by 0.5, for instance, and I'm met with my cycling comments about how you should do X, Y, and Z. Inherently, humans want to help others fix their problems, but also we're emotional and sometimes just want to share what we're doing in hopes of a, oh cool, that's great, and nothing more. Stop engaging. I know that's hard for us when we're raised as people pleasers, so if you need it, here's my permission. Stop engaging with these people. People are going to keep offering unwanted opinions on all sorts of things. Weight loss, parenting, and a few other hot button ones really do attract them. But you don't have to engage. You don't have to listen. You absolutely do not have to waste a second of your precious energy discoursing with them about it. How you do this is up to you. There's a range of stuff from polite to, well, me, who will flat out say, I'm not interested in your opinion on this matter. You can gray rock, what are you doing for weight loss? It's not very interesting. Move conversation on. You can, if you've more patience than I'm born with, let them say their piece and then go, yes, that's nice. Now let's talk about the annual audit and blissfully forget the stuff they just spouted. Or you can be blunt and say, that's something I'd prefer not to discuss with you, Mary. Or, can we move the conversation away from this topic, please? There's no need for snark, passive-aggressive, defensiveness, etc. They can be satisfying, but they feed into the idea that this person's opinion is worth your time, and it's not. Just plain, straight disengage. It's like not giving them the barking puppy attention, be it negative or positive. Eventually, they learn. Pro tip, but you didn't hear from me, positive reinforcement dog training techniques translate remarkably well to adults and kids both. They can only feed on your mind if you give them access. Stop that now. Your weight is a part of your medical history, and that is one of the most private things out there. And that brings us to the featured narwhal of the day, 40 pounds down.